Hey boys and girls, so today we're going to do another direct drawing for what sound, what sound, what sound, how do I write F? So we are going to do a frog today. So if you don't have your paper and pencil, go ahead and get it. Go get that and you're going to draw along with me. So we are going to do a frog today. Today I'm going to start more in the middle of my paper. I still want to leave some room at the top and at the bottom. So I'm going to do the middle and I'm going to give him more of an oval shaped head this time and a bigger oval for his body. Ooh, hang on. Miss Nora doesn't like that. She's going to try that one again. That's a little bit too big. There we go. That's better. All right, so go ahead and do your oval for your head and oval for your body. Sorry, boys and girls. It is very tricky to try to draw on this computer. All right, so you've got an oval for his head and then a little bit bigger of an oval, almost more like a circle, really, for his body. So just close. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can see I had to do mine a couple of times. All right, then we're going to go back to his head. And I'm going to do two eyes on the top. So I'm going to do two circles. And inside those circles, I'm going to give him some black dots for his eyes. So go ahead and do that now. So you have his head, his body, two circles on the top of his head for his eyes, and then inside his eyes, two black dots. I'm going to go ahead and give him a smile and two lines for his nose, two little dots for his nose. So go ahead and give him a smile and two little dots for his nose. All right, the next thing I'm going to do are his legs. This is kind of tricky. It's like how we did the cat's legs. So we're going to do kind of the same thing for the frog. I'm going to come to the side of his body here. I'm going to curve up and curve down and then curve out and back into his body. I'm going to try to do the same thing on the other side. So it's just, oops, my finger slipped. It's just like how we did the cat's legs that day. All right, not too bad. So go ahead, because we're going to draw him sitting, okay? So go ahead and give him his back legs or his hind legs, just like we did for the cat. So we have his face, his body, his eyes, his nose, his mouth, and now his back legs, his hind legs. All right, I'm going to come to the front of his body. We want to put his arms in front of him. So kind of like we did, I can't remember which other animal it was, but we're going to come back to the front, and I'm going to do one arm and then do two arms. Go ahead and try to do that now. While you're doing his arms, I'm going to erase a little bit right here. Erase a little bit right here. If it'll let me. There we go. Alright, so you've got his front arms coming down. Alright, so we have everything, but on my picture, it wants us to add some spots to his body. So I'm just going to do some circles all around his body, some on his legs, maybe one on his arm, one on this arm, one on that arm. Alright, so add some spots. Now I'm going to color his spots first. I think that might be a little bit easier. So I'm going to get my orange and I'm going to go back through and color his spots first. I think that might be a little bit easier. If I color the spots first, then I can go back and color the rest of his body. That way I don't accidentally cover over the spots. Alright, so go ahead and color your spots wherever you put them. You can put them wherever you want. It doesn't have to be the same place I did. It can just be anywhere you want on his body. It's up to you. All right, and what color are frogs usually? They're green. You're right. So I'm going to go back through and I'm going to add in the green for his body. All right, remember, it's hard for me to get all the white space, but I want you to try to get all the white space. Try to stay inside those lines as best you can. Take your time. Don't be in a hurry. Don't go fast. All right, I'm going to come over here and get the rest of his body. All right, while we're coloring, let's say the sound. What sound? What sound? What sound? How do I write F? Good. So we're doing for frog, because frog starts like for letter F. Frog. All right, coloring it. What sound? What sound? What sound? How do I write F? All right, I'm going to come in and color his arms carefully. Kind of got to color around it. Oops, colored over his body a little bit there. I was trying. My finger slipped. Alright, and I'll come back and do this part of his face here. I don't want to color over his mouth or his nose, though. I'm going to have to color around it. Mine looks kind of silly. Alright, what sound? What sound? What sound? How do I write F? So it's time to write frog. Go ahead and get your pencil. It's okay if you're not done coloring. You can come back and finish that in a minute. Now you already know what sound, what sound, what sound. How do I write F? So what's my first letter going to be for frog? F. Good job. So I'm going to do a big line down, frog, jump, ribbit, go back to the top, big line, F. R, R, A, O, A, G, G, G. Frog. F, R, O, G, frog. Go ahead and write frog. And then if you didn't get to finish coloring your frog, go ahead and finish coloring it. All right, boys and girls, I can't wait to see your pictures. As usual, I'm sure they'll look better than mine. Bye-bye.